Alright, now the mic's on. So it's really high. There you go. Now we just started.
We're gonna go.
I think it sounded better with no game audio.
Or keep it low. I think.
We're doing it at like 10.
Okay. You guys,
And welcome. This is your Cascade Cougar commentary showing the 1-10 Monticello Raiders against the 10-4 Cascade Cougars. We'll send it over to Adam Kedley for your starting lineups.
Basketball. Please welcome our guests this evening, the Raiders of Anamosa. As a reminder, Cascade High School, the Western Youth School District, and the Iowa High School Athletic Association work hard to promote sportsmanship and foster good character. Please respect the work of our officials, coaches, and players. Angie Lawrence, assisted by Wayne Ora and Caitlin McVeigh. Cougars are coached by Ernie Bolova, Edward Gravel, and Ryan Altu. Officials for the game are Jim Collinsby, Jack Alderson, and Michael Stern. And now for your starting lineups. For the Raiders, at guard, 5'3" senior, number 3, Addie Roberts. At the other guard for Raiders is a 5'3" senior, number 4, Lily Rogers. At forward, 5'6" senior, number 5, Grace Layton. At forward for the Raiders is a 5'4" junior, number 20, Celia Benina. And for the Raiders at center, 5'6" sophomore, number 23, Jasmine Barrowitz. And now for your Cougars. First at guard, 5'6" junior, number 2, Allie Huffman. At the other guard position for the Cougars, a 5'6" sophomore, number 4, Alyssa Lux. At forward for the Cougars, a 5'7" senior, number 10, Sydney Weber. At guard for the Cougars, a 5'5" junior, number 12, Megan Smith. And for the Cougars, a 5'6" senior, number 24, Faith Bauer. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
We are back. Ray, what do you think we're going to be seeing here tonight?
Well, Jared, if you look at the records of the two teams, it's 1-10 versus 10-4. If you're the Cougars, you're looking to blow this team out of the water. You hope to get off to an early lead and hopefully end up winning by a comfortable margin. In case you guys missed the starting lineups, starting for the Blue Raiders, we have Addie Rogers, Lily Rogers, Grace Levin, Cecilia Venega, and Jocelyn Banowitz. And for the Cougars, we have Allie Huffman, Alyssa Lux, Sydney Weber, Megan Smith, and Faith Bauer. Couple keys for the Cougars. You have to get Alyssa Lux and Allie Huffman involved again, as you did last game. They combined for almost 45 points. That's going to be a key if the Cougars want to get a big one tonight.
Banowitz sends it over to Rogers. Or Banowitz will shoot it. Let's see if Captain Rogers is still. Sends it over to 11.
Good active hands by the Cougars breaking the press.
Banowitz over to Benega. And she also gets called for a travel.
Sloppy start offensively to this game. This is terrible. Some sloppy passing by the Cougars again. That was a slight issue last game. If you could find anything to nitpick about, that was probably the one thing.
Smith.
Well, that's a good way to get on track.
Miscommunication, but it's no good.
An active hands here.
Good steal here.
Good hustle by Alyssa Lux. Great hustle leading to a 2-point basket. Good job.
Now it's tied 2-2. Banowitz and another steal.
Great active hands again on the press.
Out to Bauer. Down, passes out to Hoffman. Smith on the top. She drives, she's floater. No good. Fought for by Weber.
And good job by Sydney and Weber working hard there, getting the offensive glass leading to another possession. See if they can make something happen.
Bauer in the corner. Bauer goes around the court. Trying to find something.
The Raiders are doing a great job dogging Alyssa Lux, making sure she's not going to get any open threes like last game.
Bauer takes a shot, then drives. Good drive by Bauer. 4-2 Cascade.
And the defender just went AWOL there. I'm not sure what happened for the Blue Raiders in that possession.
Pressure for Cascade. Banowitz sends it out to Benega. Advances back to Banowitz.
We're seeing the Cougars start in their patented 2-3 zone again.
Benega with the shot. No good. But rebounded by Rogers.
Offensive rebounding, Cougars. Come on now.
Pass, and leads to a turnover. Smith brings it out to Lux. No good on the layup.
But more active hands by the Cougars force another turnover. It's a good start defensively for them.
Banowitz finds Addie Rogers. To Benega at the top. Back to Lily Rogers. Addie gets it. Now down the post for Banowitz. Shot is no good. Rebound by Hoffman.
Banowitz did a good job there finding an open spot right on the free throw line to get a good open shot. She just couldn't quite knock it down. That's the way to attack this 2-3 zone.
Smith has got a shot. She'll shoot again. No good. Fought for and rebounded by Weber. Bauer drives. Passes out to Lux. She'll shoot. No good. Hoffman tries to save it, but they'll say she stepped out of bounds.
See, Jared, even though she's out of bounds, you're still seeing the Cougars slaughtering the Raiders as far as hustle plays go. That's got to make Coach Bolthall happy.
4-2 Cougars with 4:56 left to go in the first. Let's see Banowitz bringing it out to 11. Addie Rogers has stolen.
Last game so far.
Hoffman dribbling up the court. Pass to Taryn. Now an open Bauer. She'll shoot.
Great skip pass finding the open spot in that 2-3 zone, leading to an easy bucket for Faith Bauer.
First three for the Cougars. The leads are now 7-2.
And you know, Jared, coming into the game, it makes you a little worried seeing that 1-10 record for the Blue Raiders, because sometimes it's hard for a good team to get up for a bad team like this. But so far, we're seeing no issue from the Cougars. Hustling good, like right here, getting some easy baskets in transition. If they find Bauer on the wing. Great offense. Yep, that's money. And a perfect start for the Cougars. This is exactly what they were looking for. Jump on this inferior team early. Nice little shot fake there.
No good. Another rebound by Hoffman. Takes it out to Terry. That'll be no good.
And we're seeing a very fast pace early from the Cougars here, trying to wear down this Blue Raider defense. Score is 10-2 with 3:51 to play in the first quarter.
Banowitz, and that'll be Cascade ball. That was on her own foot.
I've been keeping track so far, Jared, but that's several turnovers now that Cascade's forced with that 2-3 zone and that extended press.
3:45 to go in the first. Let's bring it back to Smith. out to Smith. On the wing, it's no good. Rebound by Lubin.
And even though she's 0 for 3 from behind the arc, it's good to see Megan Smith staying aggressive early on. And another turnover faced by this Cougar defense. That's got to be almost a half dozen already.
Passing going here. Shot by Taryn Hoffman. No good. Gets her own rebound. And we'll call a foul on.
Jump shots aren't falling for the Cougars, Jared, but that's okay. They're hustling, getting on the offensive glass, and getting some good putback opportunities.
Hoffman trying to find someone. Just about to Smith. 10-2 Cougars with 3 minutes to go in the first. Sharon sends it out to Allie. She's down low, and they'll draw the foul.
Ooh, and a dangerous pass there in traffic, Jared, but Allie Hoffman did a good job going up and high pointing that ball and coming down with 3 people on her, doing a good job going up strong to get to the line for 2 free throws.
First free throw for either team. And Hoffman makes her first. And two. Hines drives it down. It's doubled. Now to Ben.
And right now, Jared, you're really seeing the Blue Raiders really rattled by this Cougar 2-3 zone. I wonder if they don't practice or play against it very often, but they do not look very comfortable in it so far.
They scored the first 2 points of the game, but ever since it's been a 12-0 run by Cascade.
Until now
finally gets Anamosa's first bucket after the first few minutes.
Right on cue there, Jared.
Cougar setting up the play. Screen by Weber, now down. Risky pass, but we still see a jump ball.
And you know what, Jared, I'm really impressed with Sydney Weber's hustle so far. She's been on the floor for every loose ball, and she's coming away with most of them. It's a good effort out here by her.
Hoffman kicks it out to Bauer. Bauer now down to Smith. Getting pressed by Hines. But they call a foul. Two Hoffman's exchange. It's Allie in for turn. Smith there out to Bauer. She'll shot fake. Gonna try and find someone out to Weber.
Oh, and a great cut and a great pass, and they couldn't finish. Great offense by the Cougars, though. And you know what, Jared, I haven't mentioned this yet, but Coach Sconza is in attendance for this game. He's got to be thrilled with what he's seeing as far as the effort goes from his team. He's got to put a smile on his face. It's good to see him back in the building.
Hines. And they'll still call it. Anamosa ball. Diker bringing it out to Banowitz. Hines back to Diker. And now we'll see Lily Rogers. Right down to Banowitz. Hines takes up a shot.
Wow, good ball movement against that zone, but a horrible shot selection there from Banowitz.
We've seen a lot of quick possessions here from Anamosa, but that was a rather good one.
Yes, we have. I think Anamosa needs to slow it down, though, sometimes, Jared. Look for a more quality shot. They've thrown up a couple wild prayers that haven't gone down. We've got to get that cleaned up if they want to beat the number 15 ranked team in 2A.
Double screen for Lux. Open out to Bauer. Shot fake. Back down to Weber. Good pass, but he couldn't get it done. Rebound by Banowitz.
Another great possession. Just couldn't get the layups to fall. It's been a couple possessions in a row like that now.
Foul there.
I think that's on Huffman. Nope, that'll be That'll be Megan Smith, excuse me. Is that 2 fouls now on Smith? I believe it is. She's probably gonna have to sit for the rest of the half.
Probably. Hines at the top. Touch balance in the corner. Right behind, 60-foot shot. That's no good.
And Jared, how many game minutes has it been since we've seen a single good shot out of this Blue Raider team?
Well, I guess those lads are pretty good. They made.
But credit Cascade's defense with really putting a stop to them.
1 minute to go here. 12-4 Cougars. Fluxes it out to Terran. Back to Bauer. Tries to steal it, but other drives. It's no good. Rebound or scuffle for the ball, but eventually rebounded by Hines.
Is getting her defender in the air to draw an easy foul and gets to the line for 2.
Hines shoots a 3. And that's good. First jump shot made for Anamosa.
And you know, right now we're seeing the Cougars start to let Anamosa hang around a little bit. It's down to a 5-point game. This is one thing you don't want to do against a inferior team, is let them hang around and let them gain confidence like this. The Cougars have got to start tightening up on D here.
Gets her own rebound.
Ooh, and a dangerous pass there to Lux. Lux has been quiet so far.
5 seconds. Lux takes the last shot.
And a great job by Alyssa Lux getting an easy floater. I don't know what it is.
14-7 Cougars at the end of the first. Okay, now we're back. 14-7 Cougars, start of the second quarter.
It's going to be Raider ball to start the quarter.
So far the Cougars, Hoffman's got 7 and Bauer's got 5.
And a great job early on by the Raiders shutting down Alyssa Lux on defense. She hasn't been able to get very good shot opportunities until that last floater she made at the end of the quarter.
Benega inbounded to Himes. Banowitz in the post. And
What do we get here? A jump ball?
Offensive foul.
3 seconds in the lane, they called. 3 seconds.
First one up for the Cougars. Hoffman open in the corner and she'll take a shot. No good.
A lot of hesitation there from Taryn Huffman. Sometimes if you just catch and shoot, it's easier to make those shots fall instead of thinking about it.
Addie Rogers over to Benega. Now Hines driving down. It's double teamed. Back out to Benega. Addie in the corner. A very long possession for Anamosa. Hines finds Benega. No good. Rebound by Hoffman. Sends away over to Lux. She gets a good drive, and it's good.
And a slick little drive there from Alyssa Lux, getting her 4th point of the game. It's a good way there to get involved.
Hines and
On the Cascade.
Smith comes in for Sharon. Himes on the wing, puts it to the other wing to Venega. Puts it out to Rogers. Now Banowitz goes for the ball. Call a jump.
Stay right here.
Good hustle by Weber.
And again, Jared Sidney Weber getting on the floor, sacrificing your body for another loose ball. You know, it's the little things that make the coaches happy. It's not always how many points and rebounds you get.
Banowitz gets it back to herself. No good. Hoffman brings it up on the break. And just a little too strong of a pass.
Just a little bit too far underneath the bucket there for Luxor. She had an easy layup to extend it back to double digits. With 6:25 left in the second and 16-7 Cougars. And it's going to stay right here.
Deflected by Lux. Himes was not a starter, but she's been getting quality minutes so far. And Venega. Call that out of bounds.
Kind of a wild shot there again for the Raiders.
Lux takes it down. And a good drive, but no good.
Like you said, a good crossover and good dribble drive there by Alyssa Lux.
Himes sits it out. Now, let's keep exchanging it.
Great ball movement here by Anamosa. But even better hands by Lux.
Really doesn't get it. And a steal by Bauer.
Yet another turnover. And that's a good foul there for Anamosa, or else Faith Barlow went coast to coast and got an easy layup.
Lux trying to find someone. But it was stolen by Himes.
An ill-advised pass there from Lux. She had two players on her, and it was an ill-advised pass that leads to 2 points on their end. And Coach Ernie Bullball's going to ask for a timeout. He didn't like what happened there in that last sequence.
Lux bringing it up the court. Pass to an open Smith. She'll kick it out to Bauer. Bauer trying to find someone and does find Lux.
With Maggie McDermott into the game, let's see if the Cougars can feed her down low for some easy buckets.
Another screen.
Instead, we got to travel. You know, Jared, after a hot start by the Cougars going up 10 right away in the first quarter, they're continuing to let the Blue Raiders hang around here. It's kind of unsettling for the Cougars.
Our wing to Eddie Rogers. Himes bringing it out again to Rogers. Down to Banowitz in the post. Lobs it over to Lubin. No good on the short shot there. Hawkins is over there.
And you can hear the Blue Raider bench, Jared, just screaming when Alyssa Lux gets open, not letting their team leave her open. That's good scouting there for Anamosa. They do not want her shooting threes. And an illegal screen, it looks like. That's going to be on. I believe you're right.
69 Cougars with 4:10 to go in the second. Lefty Himes sends it out to Eddie Rogers. Levin back out to Venega now. Eddie Rogers sends it in. And stolen by Terry. Fast break for the Cougars. Lux on the wing. Out to Smith. Being given some space. Turn on the wing, back out to Smith. And she puts up a shot. No good. Rebound by Lubin.
An interesting shot choice there from Megan Smith. She passed up a wide open 3 for a little bit of a more contested 2 by the elbow. Foul was a little touchy to me, but nonetheless, Wilson Luck is going to the line for 2.
Luck missed the first. She's now got 7 on the game.
Brings the lead up double digits again for the Cougars with 2:51 to play.
Really a whole new team now for Anamosa. And a few subs for the Cougars as well. Luck missed the second. Then Noonan comes in for her. Baker to Hines. It's 29 Cougars with 2:44 left to go in the second. Pass gets.
That should be an over the back, and it is. Going back to Cascade.
Kind of a break for the Raiders as Cascade had numbers.
Excellent point there, Jared. That would have been an easy layup for the Cougars and transition.
Bauer sends out to Sharon just now at the point. Now to Weber at the top. Passes it to Noonan.
Great
Sharon
skip
with an open
pass.
shot. Once they get back out to Noonan. Now Bauer shoots her wing 3.
Faith
No
Bauer's
good,
not going to
but-
hesitate to shoot, but she can't quite find the range.
Allie sends it out to Bauer. She'll shoot again.
Instead, a great drive and
Time,
one.
a nice and one.
What a drive by Faith Bauer, going up strong and getting a and one basket, going to the line for 1. And now you're finally seeing the Cougars start to pull away a little bit here, Jared.
Bauer converts on the end 1. She's got 8 on the game. We'll approach 2 minutes to go here in the second. Hines driving in, passes out to Decker. Back to Hines. Dyker takes a 3. It's no good.
Jared, if I had to pick a player of the half for the Cougars so far, it's got to be Faith Bauer. She's already at 8 points, 2 points above her season average already.
Noonan finds turn in the corner. Back out of Noonan, will take a shot. No good, turn tries to get it. But it's Anamosa ball.
Nice to see Claudia Noonan get up an open 3 off the bench. She didn't knock that one down, but she's too good a shooter to miss very many of them. She'll start knocking them down more often than not.
Rogers takes it off. Great corner, but it'll go.
And if you're Cascade, you'll take that. Just hang your hat, just tip your hat to them. That was a good defensive possession. They just made a tough shot.
It's fouled by Hines. They'll go with the bonus. So 1-1 for Noonan as Smith comes in for Huffman.
It's a good opportunity for Claudia Noonan to get in the scoring book here and get on track.
And no good.
Might have been just a little bit of nerves there, Jared. She doesn't get to the line very often.
Good hustle by Huffman as they get the jump there.
And the Cougars are going to get right back.
So 4 minutes ago, what do you think Anamosa's got to do to turn it around?
Well, Jared, it's going to start on the defensive end. Cougars have gotten multiple, like right here, multiple good shots up. That one didn't fall, but they're doing a good job moving the ball against this zone, getting open shots, and they haven't knocked many of them down. They're lucky they're not down by more. And also, I mean, it comes down to offense, too. They're on pace for 22 points so far in the entire game. And right there is going to help going to the line to get 2 shots with the clock stops, but they got to take more time on offense, get better looks instead of lobbing up some wild shots. Not very many of them have been able to fall so far today.
Just fouls out.
Tough break there for the Raiders.
Take a second. Also no good. Rebound by Noonan.
And that's a backbreaker. They could have had a chance to cut to 10, but instead it's a 12-point game.
Nice drive.
Nearly another wild and one from Faith Bauer there. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 more to extend this lead to 14. She'll knock them both down.
That would get her to double digits. And that's her first. Weber goes in for noon. A lot of one-person substitutions for the Cougars. And just as you said, Ray.
Yeah, good job by Faith Bauer there, not making me look stupid for this analysis on those free throws.
25-11 Cougars. We'll see Rogers take a shot.
And what did I just say, Jared? No more water break on that one. Yeah, I think her foot was definitely in front of the line. I think there's no way that should have been a 3-pointer. They'll check that at halftime.
Excuse me, a steal by Hines. Gets a break and she'll get fouled.
And momentum was a funny thing, Jared. Going into the locker room, if she knocks down both free throws here, they could be taking all the momentum away from the Cougars here.
And they will bring it back down to a 2-point. Hines gets it first.
The Cougars are going to have plenty of time here, Jared, to get a quality look. Let's see what they can get accomplished on the offensive end here if they get the rebound.
That's her second. By a rebound by Decker. Also no good.
Oh, and a missed opportunity. Wait, maybe not. Nearly. But anyway, a missed opportunity here by the Blue Raiders at the end of the half. They could have cut it down to 9. And there's something about it psychologically that just 9 points looks a whole lot better going into the locker room being down than 11.
So we'll see at the second half. It's 25-14 Cougars. Okay, we're ready to get started here in the second half. 25 Cougars, 14 Blue Raiders.
Jared, I expect the Cougars out of halftime to come out on fire, playing with emotion and energy, extending this lead up to 20. That's a bold prediction, but I expect it.
Well, we'll see. Banowitz brings it up to start. Addie Rogers now to Banowitz.
We're hearing good talking from the Cougars, good communication on defense. Sydney Weber's really talking out there. And right away, Jared, active hands by the Cougars.
Flip with the steal. Put it back out. Hoffman now. Smith to it. Just no good.
Great offensive possession, though, getting a wide open shot for Smith. Excellent start to the third quarter offensively. Just couldn't knock down the shot.
Lily Rogers. Brings it to Banowitz and now Addie. Back out to Anamosa. Good board by Banowitz. Another board. He finally gets it.
Just working on the offensive glass there. Good job by the Raiders.
Good start here for Anamosa.
Cutting the lead to single digits. That's big for their psyche.
Lux is it all the way over to Bauer. They'll just let her shoot it. That's good.
And Faith Bauer just said, why not? If you're going to leave me open, I'll make you pay. Extending the lead back up to 12. I don't know what happened with the Raiders there. And that's 13 for Bauer now. Well above her. Things are looking good to start the quarter for the Cougars.
Hoffman over to Lux. Now sends it out to Bauer in the corner, but stolen. She gets it back by travel. Himes goes in for Addie Rogers. A press here by the Cougars to start. Rogers getting trapped in the corner.
Another tip
but
pass.
Himes just goes in and out. Himes gets a roll rebound. Another offensive board, but that'll get stolen by Hoffman.
Cougars are getting worked the last couple of sessions on the defensive glass. They need to clean that up.
Hoffman gets a drive. Good hustle by Lux.
Lux needs to back it out here. They're going to call a foul instead. They called a hold on number 4, Lily Rogers. That's her second foul. Got to get it in here. And a bailout call again. Fouls are racking up a little bit here for Anamosa.
By Lovin. Shot by Rogers. It's off the rim. Still Anamosa ball.
And again, Jared, what did I mention before halftime? Anamosa's got to stop jacking up wild shots. It's really hurting their chances here.
Rogers over to Himes. Down gets back to Lovin. Just goes in and out. Rebound by Hoffman.
And that was much better shot selection by Anamosa. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Long pass to Lux, and she just goes a little too strong on the layup.
Alyssa Lux just hasn't been her same old self this game, but credit that to the Blue Raider defense. They did an excellent job shutting her down.
Still at 8 points as Venenga gets it to Banowitz in the corner. Takes a little mid-range jumper. Cascade ball.
And right there you saw 2 outstanding offensive possessions back-to-back by the Raiders, but just a backbreaker that neither one of those shots could fall down. They got to keep doing that, though, getting open shots. Eventually they'll start falling.
Hoffman brings it up the court. She's at the top and passes it to Bauer. On the wing, back out to Hoffman. Now Bauer will be open. Lux not shoot it. Smith in the corner. No good. They'll call a foul on Weber, I think.
Yep, heading the other way. Weber's been struggling a little bit here on the offensive end with that travel and now an offensive foul here. But she's playing great defense down low.
Well pass to Banowitz. But they'll call...
Must have been a push-off.
Yeah, I guess an offensive foul on Banowitz.
A sloppy start here in the third quarter, but the Cougars are maintaining their 12-point lead.
Allie inbounds it to Taryn Huffman. Ready to go here in the third. It's 28-16 as Bauer takes a shot. They really like leaving her open here in the left corner, but that's no good.
I wonder if that's game plan. I don't think it is. Faith Bauer's an outstanding shooter.
Hines draws the foul. She'll go to the line for two. Hines
Possession by the Cougars, finding Sydney Weber wide open. Just can't finish. She just hasn't had the greatest game so far on offense.
rebound by Lily Rogers.
And here come the Raiders now, Jared. They cut it to 9 points. The momentum
28-19.
is shifting. The Cougars got to put together a quality possession here.
Weber back to Huffman. Bauer's now on the wing. Huffman shoots it.
And boy,
And that'll
they
rattle
were
in.
daring Taryn Huffman to shoot there, and she knocked it down.
You've been
Made
seeing
him
that all
pay.
game for a couple players here in Cascade, but she knocks it down.
And that's going to be there the rest of the night for Taryn. Leave her open.
Benunga takes a contested shot.
And back here on the other end, Jared, a wild shot.
So it's up to Taryn Huffman. And they're down under 1 minute to go. 33-23 Cougars.
And if the score of this game holds and the Cougars end up going on to win, the Anamosa coaches are going to look back and say, you know, we had a real chance to win this game if we could have had some more quality offensive
Bauer
possession.
drop step. No good. Or, excuse me, Weber.
And if you're Sydney Weber here, you just got to keep battling. It's been a frustrating game so far, but just keep. Wild shot, and it goes in. I'm not sure if that was the shot they're looking for, but they're within 8. The closest they've been in a long time here, Jared.
Cougars taking out the last possession of the third quarter. See if they can get on the board one last time. Spistons it all the way over to Huffman in the corner. She shoots it. Just off and foul on Weber.
And Sadie Weber's out there.
Good.
She only has 1 foul considering all the time she's been diving on the floor. Good work by Weber so far. It only had 1 foul.
Only 2.6 for Anamosa, so they just need to chuck it up. It seems like they didn't even know. But Anamosa coming in with just an 8-point deficit, 33-23 Cougars. We'll be back in the fourth. Back here in the fourth, 33-25 Cougars. Cascade ball to start off.
Jared, the Raiders have a real chance here to get something going if they can put together. All it's going to take is, back-to-back stops and a couple baskets, and it's down to a 4-point game, and all the momentum in the world with the Raiders. So let's see how the Cougars start this quarter.
Screen by Weber. Lux taking it around the court. Bauer finds Taryn Huffman. Is that a foul on Hines?
A push is going to stay here. They have
Huffman.
Bauer in the wing.
Couldn't find her, but Huffman gets open.
And
Another.
Jared, I don't know what the Raiders are thinking. They keep daring Taryn Huffman to shoot, and she's knocked down 2 of them now.
I guess they're just trying to take the risk and take the chances.
Well, their gamble's not paying off at all. Good work by. I mean, there was nobody within 15 feet of her.
They're always giving it to
And
her.
she's open
Still.
again. And
Another one.
the Raiders need a timeout here. If I'm their head coach, I'm calling timeout right now. Something's got to change. Taryn Huffman's been wide open for 3 easy 3-pointers. And you can credit that to the poor defense by the Raiders, and now they finally close out on her. They're not going to let her shoot from outside again. That was much better defense this possession. They've learned their lesson. They're not going to leave her open anymore.
Rebounded by Weber. Hines gets it back to Rogers. And
Good
nice steal
hustle
by Bauer.
And oh goodness.
Just misses the layup though. Trying to finish that one as a rebound by Banowitz.
That's where you gotta go up and dunk it with 2 hands there, Jared.
If only. Rogers points out the backboard. Off and around the break. Lux takes a floater, no good. Rebound by Rogers. Or now Weber
Somehow
steals
Weber
it.
comes out of there with it.
Open shot by Lux.
And that's automatic
good.
for Alyssa Lux when she's left.
Play there. Game pulling away from the Blue Raiders.
That's right, Jared. With under 6 minutes to play, it's a 14-point game. It's looking pretty grim for the Raiders now. And we're heading the other way again.
Step out of bounds? Or?
I believe the pass base really appreciates what Alyssa Lux is doing, even though she's only got, let's see here, 10 points, I believe.
Bauer leading scorer. She'll shoot it. No good, but still got 13 on the game. See Rogers get double teamed and a steal by Taryn Huffman.
And Taryn Huffman's having a great game so far, scoring well above her season average and playing tough defense, getting a steal right there.
Gets it back to Huffman. She shoots it. And that's good.
And that's automatic, Jared. She's too good for sure to stay quiet for long. And just like that, the lead balloons to 17.
So now it's 4 Cougars in double digits, despite the 44 points. Really just 4 scores, I think. Not sure anyone else has scored.
Whatever works to get it done.
Yep, they got the lead by a lot. So 4 wins.
As things are just completely unraveling for the Raiders. We're going to see Laura Otting check back in for Sydney Weber. She's going to get a breather.
Banowitz makes a second. 44-28 Cougars, 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Offense is out to a wide open Noonan. Hines brings it down. Deflected by Noonan. She'll get it back. Now down to Rogers. Banowitz drives in.
Noonan did a good job hustling there, not letting that missed shot bug her, getting right back on defense.
Lovin drops the foul on Audi.
And if you're in Anamosa here, Jared, this is how you got to get back in the game. You got to make your foul line shots to get points while the clock is stopped. Can't do that. All your free throws have to fall. You won't have any chance in the world.
I'll bring Lux and Bauer in for Auding and Sharon Huffman. Lovin takes a second. Short again. Huffman kicks it down to Bauer in the corner, now to Noonan.
Great shot fake. Excuse me, English please. Good shot fake by Noonan, finding a wide open shooter in the corner.
I think this is a foul on, I guess, block and foul. Bauer finds Smith.
Pass is a little high, but Smith handles it easily. They had Noonan for an easy layup, but they couldn't find her. And Noonan is absolutely determined to find her way into the scoring book here. And a push off on the Raiders that's going to stay here. Just a silly foul there by Anamosa. There was no need for that at all.
I still think that's crazy how the Cougars still only have 4 scorers here.
Yeah, that is really unbelievable, Jared, for how high scoring of an offense this is, with so many talented players only having 4 in the scoring book. But that's going to change right here after Claudia Noonan knocks down a couple free throws. Hopefully.
Oh, well, now you said hopefully. It doesn't even matter.
She's confident. She'll knock one of these down.
You gotta have confidence, right?
It's all about the players, Jared. You see that? She's a confident shooter.
I never doubted that. I just said you.
And look at that, Jared. 5 scores now. Good job by Claudia Noonan knocking down the free throw. Proving Jared Weber wrong.
Well, look at that.
And 1 for 2. That's okay. She's in the scoring book now.
Gets a drive.
And a wild layup, not even close.
Now Burns. Hines kicks it out to Rogers.
Jared, what have I said all game? You got to take under control shots, find better shots than that. They continue to lob up wild shots, and Newton travels.
That's embarrassing.
Okay, we're back up to the timeout. 3:44 to go. 45-28. Cougars. Diker inbounds to Banowitz. Now Hines takes a no good.
Another kind of a wild shot there, Jared. See if they can get some better possessions coming up here late in the game.
Hoffman now to Smith on the wing. Hoffman dances around trying to find someone. Smith kicks out all the way to Bauer. Now Weber at the top of the key. Cougars just playing pretty calm here. Waiting for a good shot. Bauer pump fakes, drives. And there we go, the good shot happens. Draws the foul.
A good job there by Bauer taking 2 free throws. Cougars are looking much better here in the second half.
Just misses the first. Changing, double teamed. Diker finds Hines. Screen by Diker. Back to Burns.
Good job in this 2-3 zone, not letting any open shots up. Good work by Sydney Weber there, forcing a tough shot. And good work running the floor by Alyssa Lux. And what a find. Wow, Jared, I can't believe that.
Cross court pass by Hoffman, and Lux finishes it.
Who threw
That
the
was
pass?
something. That was Hoffman.
She ought to go out and be a quarterback for football. That was crazy. That was an absolute dime. And a mistimed jump here by Allie Huffman, and that's going to be a foul.
Hoffman subbing in for Weber. Cascade still got most starting. And Burns gets on the scoreboard.
And as we wind down to 2 minutes to play, a comfortable 19-point lead for the Cougars here. Let's see if they just decide to run a lot of clock off the. Run a lot of time off the clock here.
Bauer at the top sends it to Taryn Hoffman. Bauer intercepts it, but still gets Smith. Bauer on the wing. Taryn. They call a foul.
Somewhat of a shocker there with Alyssa Lux missing the front end of the 1-on-1.
Banowitz on the top of the key. Pass out to Burns.
Jared, even though the Raiders have been jacking up the most quality shots, I got to give them credit for the amount of hustle they put in tonight. Taking on a top 15 team in the state, they have put in a good effort. They just, they're not too far off. They can start making their open shots and taking less wild shots. That's something that's going to have to be cleaned up for them guys in practice.
Yeah, only one win, but a really good effort out here.
Yep. And there's plenty for these guys to look back on and improve for their upcoming games in the regular season.
Fowler, off the top.
And at this point in the game, the Raiders do not elect to foul. They're just going to be comfortable to let Cascade dribble off the clock here.
Seems so, but they're still playing a little defense.
It's going to go down as an impressive one for Cougars, winning by nearly 20 points. Good way to stay on track and get to 11-4 in the year. And the Blue Raiders are going to drop to 1-11 on the season. It's been a tough season so far for them.
Maybe try to find a last shot.
As the Raiders are going to try to get one more basket here. Not quite.
Okay, that'll do it.
Final score is going to be 48-29 Cougars. And we welcome you back for the start of the boys' game between the Cascade Cougars and the Anamosa Blue Raiders. We up here in the broadcast booth have to apologize for perhaps using a bit too strong a language towards the players from both teams. I promise you. The Cougars are coming in at 4-7 on the season, and the Raiders are 6-5. The Cougars really need to bounce back and get a quality conference win here. Tonight's their chance to do it. And with that, we're going to send you over to Adam Kedley for tonight's PA announcements to start the game.
I'm a member of the league who traveled down the Eastern Valley for our annual Coach Chris Cancer game. So we'd like to first off thank Eastern Valley for hosting it this year. A couple people we want to thank is Kelly Tapton and Cascade Customs for helping with the design and making of the apparel. Also, I'd like to thank everybody who contributed. I'd like to thank Ron Gibbs for distribution of the apparel for our team. This year's sales are going to be going to the American Cancer Society like last year. I'd like to introduce Jennifer Betts. She is the Relay for Life coach. So please give a warm welcome for Jennifer Betts.
Coaches versus Cancer has always been a phenomenal fundraiser for us. We look forward to it every year. A little insight as to where your money goes. The American Cancer Society donates over $2 million to Iowa City, which supplies them with places to stay when they have to go to outpatient therapy or outpatient medical care. So if you want to know more about those things, you go to cancer.org.iowa, and that will give you any more information that you need. This year's Stars will Live Life is going to be a virtual event, and it will take place on May 28th. There are several fundraisers that are already going on for the relay, and you can go to the Dyersville Area Relay for Life Facebook page and like it, and that will give you all kinds of information about what we have going on with the relay this year. And again, thank you so much for the generous donation, and you guys have a great evening.
Cougars are coached by Nathan Paul, assisted by Will Holmes, Jared Advertising. Officials for tonight's game are Jim Housley, Jack Allison, and Michael Stern. And now, your starting lineups. First, from the Raiders, in guard 6'2", senior number 2, Trey White. At guard, Cougars 5'10", junior number 3, Graham Humble. Forward from the Raiders is 6'1", senior, number 13, Caleb Ani. The other forward from the Raiders is 6'2", junior, number 21, Sam Wilkes. And at center is 6'6", senior, number 23, Andrew Morris. And now for the Cougars. First to guard, 5'9", senior, number 12, Rouse. And here we are, Pirates, freshman number 20, Cass Huffman. And forward, 6'5", senior, number 23, Jackson McElroy. And here we are, 6'5", senior, number 24, Eli Green.
And in case you missed it, the Blue Raiders will be starting Trey Clack, Graham Humble, Caleb Otting, Sam Wilt, and Andrew Morris. They are coached by Kevin Barnes and assisted by Carl Achenbach. Caleb. And the Cougars will be starting Cooper Roush, Cass Huffman, Jackson McAleer, Eli Green, and Cole McDermott. They're headed, and that's going to stay right here.
He's a little too strong on that lob, but if he would have had a little more touch on it, probably would have went down.
Absolutely, as the Raiders are getting fancy early, trying to get a quick dunk here on the Cougars, trying to hurt their confidence. But a missed opportunity early for the Raiders, but they keep possession here.
Looks like Anamosa is going to work through number 21, Sam Will. He's averaging about 14 points a game.
Absolutely, Sam Wold is their leading scorer. It's going to be important for them to get him involved against this very stingy Cougar defense. They're really working the perimeter, getting a wide open shot here for Humple. And a strong rebound inside. Early foul from Mackler. That's not good. We have to keep him out of foul trouble if Cascade has any chance of winning this game. Yep, we're going to be underneath inbound here. It's going to be Graham Humple inbounding. He's going to get it into Sam Wilt. And another lob attempt. A little wide of the mark, but a strong up and up. Not a good start for the leading fouling team in the conference. They have got to get that cleaned up if they have any chance tonight. But nonetheless, a good start offensively for the Blue Raiders, really working this Cascade defense. Cole McDermott hanging tough in there. Over to Will. He can't find anything inside and get another foul. Not a good start at all defensive for this Cougar team. It's been an issue all year. Coach McMullen has preached about it, and the Cougars yet again continue to foul. Good to see he's okay. What's not good to see is the fact that Cascade has 3 team fouls a minute into the game. It really hurts. Jackson McAleer. Jackson McAleer's got to come out a minute into the game. Wanted, but it's a chance for Tanner Simon to prove himself here. Up to Humple. He's going to survey the Cougar defense and pass over to the left wing. Back up to Humple. And a good block. And wow, that's 2 on Eli Green. And now
that's number 4 already.
And what are the Cougars going to do? The game. They're going to really have to really go deep into the bench this game.
I don't think you're going to see much of Eli or Jackson the rest of this first.
No, the first half's going to be up to Justin Rowling and Tanner Simon off the bench, playing substantial minutes, and I wouldn't be shocked to see Brody Supple and Keegan Levy and maybe even Gavin Monaghan stepping into the game too at some point.
It looks like Warren's first free throw is not good.
Yep.
He looks to be the second leading scorer for them with 8.3 points a game average.
And this has got to be just disheartening for head coach McMullen, seeing 2. And the second free throw is up and down. Yeah, it hasn't crossed. McMullen could not have drawn up a better offensive start. Defense has been a little bit questionable with 5 fouls already. 4 fouls. But let's see if the Cougars can dig up here and get another stop and a bucket. As Humple passes over to the left wing in favor of Lerman. Back up to Humple, over to Lerman again. And
looks like Anamosa's trying to get a lot of ball rotations all day.
Absolutely. They are really working that wing. But Cole McDermott's doing a fantastic job not letting them get anything down low. And we have an open 3 here. That goes down. That's going to be, is that Sam Wilt? I believe it was. Otting for 3, excuse me. And a 5-4 match early with 5 minutes to go in the first. Dogs. Fantastic defense by Lerman right in the game. As Cass Huffman's getting, oh, and a good drive.
It looks like Will, but the bucket still goes through.
Yep.
Lead 7-4.
Good job by Huffman with a strong finish. A tough shot by Otting. And we're going to time out. Cougars excited to start this game.
7-4 Cascade.
We'll be right back at the end of the timeout. And we're back. It's going to be Cascade ball. Cass Huffman inbounding.
Anamosa's looking to set up here in a press.
The press proves effective as Cooper Roush is getting double teamed down on the baseline. He finds a way out. He's going to sprint it up and pass over to Tanner Simon, who gets it across half court. Now back to Roush. Let's see what Justin Rowling decides to do against this tough defense.
The thing that I've noticed out of Cascade earlier that's looked really good is they've just been decisive on offense.
Absolutely, a lot of hesitation all year for the offensive side of the ball for the Cougars, but there's been no indecisiveness so far. As we're going to get a foul.
Foul on number 4 already.
Is he going to check? No, he's going to stay in the game.
They're probably going to get him out here. They'll have to.
Coach Barnes trusts his veteran players to not make mistakes, and he's trusting his players to not.
6 fouls in less than 4 minutes, and 3 guys already have 4.
On the defensive possession here by the Cougars, that 2-3 zone proven effective, and nearly an over and back, but Justin Erling saves it nicely. And a good drive inside, and a floater
That's
drop.
a great look for Justin. That's 9 points for the Cougars. That's something they've been looking for almost all year so far.
And you know, some of our points before this game started, Carson, was that Cascade was a strong defensive team.
That's a good look.
Until now. But what we were trying to say is that we are predicting a high-scoring game, and so far we have that between the two teams. As Cascade already has 9 points.
And a quick travel the kickball
on Cooper Rausch. She's not happy with the call. He's claiming that was not a travel, but Cooper's got to just stick with it here. As a famous coach once said, just stick with it.
That is right.
The tough shot is lobbed up, no good, and Justin Rowling gets the rebound. Now we're running the other way with Cass Huffman. Quickly into the front court, over to Tanner Simon.
It's been a very up and down game for both sides.
It has been extremely fun to watch as they feed Cole McDermott and a foul.
That's going to be another foul.
Good job by Cole.
For the Raiders here.
Let's see.
Number 10.
That's going to be Jake Jess into the game. But a good job by Cole McDermott posting up, and a great find by Cass Huffman. As Justin Rowling set to inbound, finds Cooper Rausch in the wing. A baseline drive. The coaches don't like that. The coaches don't like those baseline drives, but it proves effective for Cooper Rausch. He gets a quick floater. Good job by Cooper.
From what it's looked like this year against Anamosa, you got to score a lot of points to beat them.
Absolutely. The Blue Raiders are a high-scoring team, and so far Cascade's proven they can hang with these guys. As a tough 3 gets lobbed up and nearly knocks it down, but Justin Rowling with a strong rebound, and he's going to pass up to Cooper Rausch. Last game, Cooper Rausch better job staying out of it this game.
Yep.
He's too smart of a player to do that 2 games in a row. As we get a travel. Travel on Cole McDermott. You can see that from a mile away. Good defense by the Raiders.
It's been an electric game on both sides.
It has been extremely fun to watch. A lot of intensity, a lot of fast up and down play.
11-6 with 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Not used to having that many points in our guys games this year.
No, we're not. As we have Otting handling the ball up near half court. Back over to Hoyt. He's going to find Eli Lerman down low, back up top. And a great find, and a foul on Justin Rowling. It's going to be only the 5th foul now, as that's the first foul for Cascade in a couple minutes. They've cleaned that up a little bit until now. So good work by the Cougars here. As we're going to send Andrew Morris line to shoot 2. First free throw's up and good. Second free throw is set to be on its way here in just a second. And it is lobbed up and rattles in and out and back in again.
2 for 2 on that kickballing.
That's going to make it 11-8 Cougars with 2:20 to play in the first quarter. Coach McMullen's got to be happy with what he's seeing other than the 5 fouls so far, as Cascade's really come out of their shell offensively. But now the Raiders are going to set up another full-court press. Does not face Cooper Rausch at all as he easily dribbles into the front court and passes over to Cass Huffman. He surveys the defense, looks for McDermott down low and can't find him, so he passes over to Cooper Rausch.
I assume that the offense here is going to try to work through, something like that.
Absolutely. A good look for Rausch. That floater is his shot, and we're going to
another jump ball.
Stay right here.
Remain with Cascade.
As we have Sam Wilt ready to check back in favor of number 5, Eli Lerman.
They do stop a lot of guys.
One more foul.
One more, and Anamosa will be shooting here for the rest of the first.
And that's going to be, on Justin Rowling. That's only his first. And another lob, and can't finish. But a strong rebound.
The way they've been going, one of these times it's going to work for sure.
And correction, that foul is actually number 34, and that will be Tanner Simon. Absolutely. Iowa basketball is known for their horrible defense, and Cascade just got beat on that lob. That's something that's really hard to simulate in practice, though, Carson, if you don't have anybody who's able to catch lobs like that. Yeah. But good scouting by the Blue Raiders.
Sooner or later, he's going to flush one of them if we fall asleep.
Absolutely, it's going to happen eventually if Cascade doesn't turn it up. But good scouting by the Blue Raiders, knowing Cascade's defensive weaknesses and taking advantage as they cut it to a 1-point game with a minute 42 left in the first quarter. Cougars lead 11-10. Luke Rutgerberg's into the game now. This is really forcing Coach McMillan to experiment with some different lineups, but so far so good as the Cougars maintain a 1-point lead. Cass Huffman gets it across half court.
And really throughout the year, Cascade just been looking for a group of 5 that can play some good camaraderie as a team right now.
Absolutely. And Carson, are you at all a little bit surprised that Gavin Monarch hasn't seen the floor with our foul trouble so far?
Not really at this point.
Not yet. I expect to
You
see him
might see it
eventually.
later. Depends on how.
Oh, and let's see. Cascade with a huge break with a missed transition layup that's going to stay right here.
Number 3, Humble. He looked a little disappointed after that missed layup.
Yeah, I would be too in that situation. Yep, that's one you just got to put it behind you and go on and move on to that. And another lob, yet again, and the Cougars get lucky again with a miss.
Right. The way this game started, we're going to see a lot of that today out of them.
Absolutely. Anamosa believes their athletes are better than Cascade's athletes in the low post, and they're going to try to use that all game. But so far, they haven't been able to convert one. Maybe you can credit a little bit of that to Cole McDermott with a tough floater by Cooper Elsh. I'm not sure if that was the shot you're looking for, but
Not necessarily, but you got to just take shots with confidence the way we've been playing on offense this year.
absolutely, you can't fault Cooper Elsh too much.
Confident shots are better than open shots sometimes.
Absolutely, step up there with confidence. They have a way better chance at going down.
And also might dribble out here for maybe a final shot.
It looks like that's the plan as number 13, that's going to be Hoyt just dribbling it up top, holding for the final. Excuse me, Caleb Otting, dribbling it up top, trying to run down the clock here. Otting just holds it. They're going to wait till under 10 seconds and run some sort of play here.
If they get a good look here, I mean, you'll take a 12-11 lead if you're going to miss it.
Absolutely. This is not going to make Coach McMullen happy if they can get a final bucket here. But that doesn't do any good that's on the floor for Cascade. It's going to send him to the line as Luke Ruggerbeck makes a bad foul here. And that should be a 1-and-1 here for the Raiders. Yep, they corrected now, and they're going to send Sam Wilt to the line. An automatic free throw. Excuse me, not Sam Wilt. Andrew Morris to the line. A good free throw shooter. Expects to knock 2 down here. Absolutely.
You're calling the game tight. You just can't. That's an offensive board.
And a back break for the Cougars. They can't get a rebound.
That's perfect for the Raiders.
It's been an issue all year, Carson. Defensive rebounding for the Cougars, and we'll see it back here at the start of the second quarter. And we welcome you back to the start of the quarter here in Cascade High School, with the score being Anamosa 12 and Cascade 11 as they let a 5 or 6 point lead kind of slip away from them here. Carson, what can the Cougars do to get back on track?
You just got to take confident shots on offense.
Absolutely.
More than anything, yeah.
Go back to what works, maybe get Cass Huffman some more shots. He's been aggressive so far and it's paid off for the Cougars.
You got to limit your fouls, too. The defense has been playing pretty well besides the part of having 8 fouls and giving Anamosa a lot of second chances on the free throw line.
Absolutely. As they're right now, Anamosa is working the perimeter, trying to find something against this defense, but they can't find anything as Cole McDermott's doing a good job holding down the fort in the center there. As they continue to work the perimeter, Cooper Roush plays tight defense up there. Swings over to the left side, back up top. They're going to find Lerman on the right and pass it back to the left inside. A great ball movement, and they can't finish, and that's going to fall to a near steal there by the Raiders. Cass Huffman's going to take it the other way now, easily crossing half court with no problems against that press. And we're going to set up a possession here. Roush looks inside, then swings over to Green. Cole McDermott is hustling hard on there trying to get open.
Even if Anamosa allows a lot of points, they look very active on the defense side.
Absolutely. Active hands, and they're really D'ing up on and a push off. It's going to stay right here. I was worried that was going to be an offensive foul on the Cougars, but it's staying right here. That's going to be the 4th team foul on the Raiders.
First on Will.
Yep, no foul trouble issues for the Raiders so far. And a dangerous pass, but Cole McDermott handles it. Over to Eli Green in the corner. Now Cole, this is a matchup he's got to take advantage of, but he can't. Good defense. Green's going to be short on a 3-pointer. Going the other way. And that's been the story of the season so far for the Cougars.
This game started super fast, and all of a sudden it just hit a quick slow.
It just fell off a cliff. Cougars are starting to get a little bit icy from the field. Credit that to the Anamosa defense, though, partially. As they're swinging around the perimeter yet again. There's a baseline cut. The Cougars do a good job on D'ing up. Jackson McAleer does an excellent job staying tight on his man. Cole McDermott staying strong. No foul. Good work by him as Eli Green handles the board comfortably.
Even though there's been a lot of falls, there's also been a lot of contact. I think the left.
Absolutely. You don't see what have in the first quarter, the second quarter, as they realize the pace of play is going to be so slow. As a bad turnover by Cass Huffman on an ill-advised pass here.
Cougars just got to get a good look on offense when they go back.
Absolutely. As Iding passes over to Jess. Iding is back up top.
That confidence that they started the game with.
That's right. Their confidence is starting to dwindle a little bit. They got to keep that alive. Lerman passes it in to Sam Wilt.
That's just
and miscommunication, as you said.
Good catch. I kind of fumbled that word.
That's fine. It happens. As Cass Huffman set to inbound here, looking for Cooper Roush. Gets it in. He's just relentless with this press. Impressive to the training that these players get to not be tired yet. And another bad pass. Absolutely. Good point, Carson. Lots of subs helps out a lot. Cass Huffman looks over to the right corner for Eli Green. He scans the defense and can't find anything.
But that's just a credit to your program. You got the amount of guys you got to play are really nice.
Absolutely. With a lot of enthusiasm on this Blue Raider program, they get a lot of kids to go out.
The guy off the bench come in and do the same as a starter. That's what you want in a program.
Absolutely. It's impressive to have that much depth in high school basketball. That's one thing that Cascade lacks a little bit. But so far, Justin Rowan's been doing a good job.
The way we play, too.
Yeah.
More of a slower pace, defensive style.
And, a great rejection, but they're going to call a foul as Sam Wilt swats that one out of bounds. Going to send Jackson McAleer to the line to shoot, too.
This is another spot where Cascade needs to be really good here today for a win. Gotta
Absolutely.
make your free throw.
He's a great free throw shooter, but it's all about his confidence. Will he step up here confidently and knock down 2 free throws?
Confidence has really been said a lot here tonight in the stream.
As the officials are conferring, I don't know what about, but...
Tell me who the foul's on, I'm thinking.
Let's see, we're going to find out here.
Or the person who's guarding.
As, I don't know, I think that was on Wilt, but we're not exactly sure here.
They didn't change their call. First free throw, no good.
As McAleer just gets an unlucky break. That's okay, Jackson.
Gotta get this half here, tie the ball game off.
Yeah, tie it up here. He'll step up here, hopefully confidently, and knock it down. And dare I say it, but the announcer jinxed there, Carson. It happens all the time. I shouldn't have said anything.
It happens, though.
And we're heading the other way.
It happens to the best.
Absolutely. But Jackson can't let that get him down. He's got to come back here and play good defense.
There's some more mass subs coming in here at the break.
Yeah, we're going to have Graham Humple and Cole Didekers check in. And also Eli Lerman. It's going to be a whole new lineup. And he's a missed shot. Absolutely good rebound by Eli, and he's going to take it up himself.
Cougars got 2 guys in here with 2 fouls, which will be something to watch out for later on.
Absolutely, that's something I forgot to mention, that Eli Green and Jackson McAleer both have 2. They got to be really careful.
100 points scored this quarter yet. I don't think so.
No,
We're playing almost 4 minutes of basketball with no score either way. It's a confident look for Cass, just rolls forward.
And that's a good shot. He'll knock those down. But now this is Cascade's type of basketball here, playing a slow, grind-out pace. It's kind of falling into Cascade's hands here, even though they're only down 1. And a deep 3 is knocked down. What a shot by Caleb Otting as it extends the lead to 4.
The first 5 minutes of this ball game were really the way Anamosa wanted to play, and then it kind of slowed down the Cascade.
Absolutely, and you can sense this Cascade confidence start to get a little fragile here. As, and a great,
just overthrew it a little bit. That was a great lift.
Great run out by Jake Jess to run the floor, and he couldn't get rewarded. Cascade catches a huge break, as it could have been a 6-point game.
A little more touch on the ball.
Cass Huffman's going to do the inbounding duties here. He's struggling to find somebody, but Eli Green does a good job boxing out to get that pass. And we have numbers here for the Cougars. They're going to back out. Over to Justin Rolling in the corner on the right side. He's going to find Eli Green up top. And drive inside. A good look.
Up and no good.
Can't knock it down. Cole McDermott fighting for the rebound, nothing doing. And we're going to have Sam Wilt come out of there with the rebound. Up top to Humble. He's going to pass it over and get it back again. Back into the middle. There's no open shots.
We've alluded to earlier this year. It's proving true here tonight. Cascade goes longer than 4 minutes at times without scoring baskets.
Absolutely. You know, they go on some nasty droughts, Carson. They just struggle to find a way to break those droughts. As we get an air ball here up top from the Raiders. Cascade has a chance to build something here with a great find to Cole McDermott. And is that going to be on the floor?
Might be in the bonus here now. After this, I mean.
After
it should be on the line. That's number 7.
That is 7. Are they going to correct it? 1-1.
They got number 15. It looks like. First.
And you know, Carson, Cole McDermott has an excellent stroke from the free throw line, but he's struggled this year. Let's see if he can get on the right track here.
Same thing with everybody else so far. It's just the confidence thing on offense more than anything.
Absolutely. As the free throw's on its way, it's going to be short.
If you're confident in what you're doing, you can really do anything.
Absolutely. And I was looking through the Cougar stats before the game, and they are only averaging 53% from the line this year. That's got to get better.
It's got to be up near 70.
It's got to be at least 70 if you want to win conference games in the tough River Valley Conference.
Anamosa is a pretty solid team, and they're 6-5, which proves to how tough the conference can be in spots.
Absolutely. And the Cougars, to your point, are a very talented team, but are finding themselves towards the bottom of the conference because of this third. If that wasn't going to be a third foul, I'd say it's not a bad foul preventing him from making that basket, but that was a foul that Mackler could not afford.
He got his money worth on that one.
Yes, he did. Let's see if Will can go to the line now and knock down 2 free throws after that hard hit. The first free throw's on the way and right through. And the Cougars are really let it slip here.
Like you're going to get Tanner Simon for Jackson Mackler.
Yep, and that was an obvious one. If Coach McMullen left Jackson Mackler in the game, he'd really be risking picking up his 4th foul. So Tanner Simon's going to check in.
I don't like to see him. You'll see him in the third, but he'll really have to watch himself. That's a little long on the
Just a hair long on that last free throw. Sticking it at a 5-point game only now. The Cougars can still come back and tie this game up before halftime if they get some quality looks here. But the Blue Raider defense is really tightening up as Justin Rolling finds a fantastic look in the middle, and he cannot convert, and we're running the other way. Up top to Wilt, over to Humple, inside in the middle. And they got an open player on the wing if they choose to hit him, and they do for 3. Can't knock it down, and Cass Huffman with a strong rebound for that little guard.
The way Anamosa plays, that's a shot that they want to take the whole ball game.
Absolutely.
If they got an open 3 like that, they're going to shoot it.
That's their type of offense. And Cascade fails to score in the last 7 minutes of playing time. They have to get a bucket here. Just get a quality possession. There's plenty of time on the clock. It's just under 2 minutes. Cole McDermott's going to drive inside. And a wide open look for Tanner Simon.
A little short.
And just short. That's been a problem all year for the Cougars. And now in transition, going the other way, we're going to have a foul. Is that going to be?
Get it on a charge, actually.
A charge, absolutely. Tanner Simon doing a great job taking the charge.
Great way to give up your body there.
As we have Jake Jess checking in, and Andrew Morris, and one more checking in for the Raiders. I couldn't catch who it was, but 3 more players checking in for the Raiders as Cooper Rouse checks in for the Cougars in favor of Cass Huffman.
Their player's going to take a charge that shows they want to win a basketball game.
Absolutely, that was great heart shown. Absolutely. And now you got your catalyst back in Cooper Rouse. Let's see if he can make something happen. As Justin Rolling splits double team and finds Cooper Rouse on the wing. Absolutely. Carson, what have the Cougars not been doing right here this whole quarter to not see a single basket fall?
They haven't been getting a lot of in and out action, which is what you can tell this offense is really based on.
Absolutely. With a player like Cole McDermott down low, you got to work inside out.
A double team. Get a wide open shooter that'll shoot confidently for 3. Rolling a little short there.
And he was open, but he would have had Cooper Rouse for an open 3 on the wing. As the frustration starts to mount for the Cougars, as they haven't scored a bucket in nearly 9 minutes of action. Going back
pretty
to
obvious
first
for 9 minutes of not scoring, but that's the number one thing they need. Cascade needs more than anything. Score.
Absolutely. But you know, Cascade's really got to count their blessings here. Considering you haven't scored for, if they don't score until halftime, it'll be going on 10 minutes and you're still only down 5.
Yeah, Anamosa only has 4 this whole entire quarter.
Absolutely. Cascade's catching a break here.
Sometimes good defense can help you out here.
That's right, and they say defense leads to offense, but that has not been the case so far for the Cougars.
And it also looks like they might go for another final shot here.
And that's just great coaching by head coach Kevin Barnes, telling his team to hold it, even though there's 45 seconds on the clock. Hold it and go up, at worst case scenario, 5 points into the locker room. As Jess has it up top, they're just going to swing it back and forth, a little two-man
You
game.
just want the best look possible. This is your best play you got in the book.
Absolutely. Graham Humpel's going to dribble it around, and with 10 seconds left, he's going to set up a play. Dribbles inside, but Cooper Rausch plays great defense.
Really good
Great defense by Cooper Rausch. He gets by him, though, and a strong rebound by Rausch, and that's how the quarter's going to end, as that shot is up, and no good at the buzzer.
Yep.
And a wild second quarter comes to end. We will be right back here for the start of the third quarter in 10 minutes. Thanks for tuning in. And we now welcome you back inside Cascade High School for the second half of this evening's matchup between the Anamosa Blue Raiders and the Cascade Cougars, with the Raiders leading the Cougars 16-11 at halftime, with about 30 seconds left to go in the third and halftime. And Carson, what can we expect from the Cougars offense here in the third quarter?
Well, they just got to get a bucket. I don't care how you get it. When you go over 10 minutes without scoring a basket, that's a problem.
Absolutely. I don't think I've ever seen a stretch like that.
The thing for defensively is you can't get into a situation where they're shooting in the bonus in the third quarter now.
Absolutely, and the Cougars now have a golden opportunity with the fouls resetting, obviously, at halftime to see. Let's see if they come out and foul way less here in the second half.
I'd say for Anamosa, they just want to, as you can tell throughout the whole game, they just want to play fast and get as many points as possible.
Absolutely, and so far, I don't know if I'd say it's been working because it's been a low-scoring game, but they're up, so.
I mean, it doesn't matter how you're up, you just got to be winning a basketball game.
Absolutely, and right away, a turnover by Cooper Roush, and that drought is going to continue as they find a wide-open player in the left wing.
That's a really good look for number 13, Caleb Otting.
And the lead increases to 3.
The Anamosa lead to 8, and a quick timeout for Cascade. Looks to be a full one.
This is not a good start to the quarter for the Cougars, and we'll be right back after the timeout. And the Cougars break the timeout now with Cass Huffman inbounding. He's going for Cooper Roush. Ooh, and nearly turns it over, but Cooper makes a good play there, grabbing it. He's going to take it up the court and cross half court with it. He's going to swing over to Huffman on the right side. Gets us sort of a screen from Eli Green, who rolls to the bucket and cannot get it to go.
You can tell the confidence is dwindling with everybody.
It's been a 14-0 run over the course of over a quarter for the Raiders. This is not what the Dr.
was only is. What are they have 7 points in the last quarter, but either way.
Absolutely. He's getting swarmed out there, but he finds Cooper Roush, and Cass swings over to the left corner. Kind of stagnant here on the offensive possession here for the Cougars, and
that's not a great.
I don't know if that was a pass or if Jackson just lost it.
It looked kind of like it looked like he didn't really know what he was doing either.
I don't think anybody knows what he was doing, especially not Coach McMullen. He looks very frustrated over there on the sidelines. He doesn't know what else to try.
And the scoring drought goes to 12 minutes.
Carson, right around this time, Ladnock's checking. And that really hurts your confidence as the lead goes to double digits. As the Cougars are halfway through the third quarter nearly with only 11 points. On pace to average only 3 points a quarter. And Cooper, that was Eli Green, gets absolutely swatted. And Colbert Jones going to get a jump ball called, and it's going to go the other way. For Cass Huffman, as he's getting gassed. And they have to come back here and get a couple good stops here if they want to have any chance to come back. As Lerman's handling it up top to Humple. Back over to Humple. He's going to hold it for a while, swing it back over to Lerman. Back over to number 12, Hoyt. He's going to hold it, milk some clock. Smart play by the Blue Raiders here.
Group of substitutions here again, it looks like. Just to keep rotating bodies. And you
can tell it's working as the Cougars are tired and the Raiders are not. Good active hands there. Let's see if the Cougars can get something going in transition. And a fumble pass by Matt.
They just got to slow down on offense.
As Jake Jess and Zorian Robertson check into the game in favor of Eli Lerman and Andrew Bodies continue to check in for the Blue Raiders here. And the Cougars stick with their same lineup. Oh, excuse me, Gavin Monarch finally checks into the game, and this is what I was calling for. Let's see if he can make a difference.
You called for it. He hits shots. This is all on you, Raymond.
Absolutely. Let's see if Gavin Monadnock proves Coach McMullen right by putting him into the game.
Like I said last game, if you play well, you'll earn yourself some minutes.
Absolutely,
like
and Monadnock has. He's playing tight defense out in the wing. And an open jumper in the paint, and Cascade's lucky that didn't fall. That was an open shot that should have went down.
Anamosa's actually taking a lot of good looks here.
They've had a tremendous amount of good looks here. Absolutely, it's happened making Cascade pay. They've done a good job finding holes in the 2-3 zone, and that's an issue with the zone is they can find holes in it. And let's see if they can get Gavin Monadnock the ball.
A lot of times when you're on offense, though, in the zone, when you find the holes, you're more surprised than anything.
Absolutely, it might catch you off guard a little bit. Speaking of holes. Cole McDermott muscles it up and in.
That's what they needed more than anything.
Nearly 16 minutes for the Cougars. They went nearly half of the whole entire ball.
And they're still only down 8.
And they're still down 8. This game is well within reach if they can get some back-to-back stops and buckets. And they got to go inside of Cole McDermott more often, I think, Carson.
Oh, yeah.
And this could be a dagger, and not a dagger, but a real knife in the hearts of the Cougars.
That one. Bucket here. Momentum will swing the other way.
Absolutely. Momentum's a funny thing, Carson. It could be on Cascade's side if they get it. And a near turnover, a huge break for the Cougars there. As they're going to retain possession.
Here's a huge change here from 13 fouls in the first quarter to have 0 in the third.
Absolutely.
There was a lot more points too in that first quarter.
Yep, credit that to both coaches at halftime, telling both of their respective squads to clean it up.
Great cut.
And Gavin just couldn't find a good shot opportunity there with a slightly taller defender. And what we got from Cole McDermott here, and nearly finishes.
A little more mustard on that.
And it would have been down, and it would have been a 6-point game, but instead of running the other way. With Anamosa going to wind a little bit of clock here, they are in no hurry to score any buckets, and they shouldn't be, with an 8-point lead in the late third quarter.
They're just going to dynamite up 8. You can either really extend it or you can let off the gas, and they'll extend it.
And there's a wide open shot from Jake Jess that goes down, and Cascade had that coming to him. They were asking for him to hit that shot there, and that's exactly what he did. As Eli Green races into the front court, passes over to Cass Huffman, who can't handle it. And here's Gavin Monadnock wide open and nearly knocks it down and hustles hard and can't quite get the rebound. Shot looks good, but was just a hair strong. He'll make those in the future.
The Raiders get pretty much theirs. I mean, there's still a lot of time, but the way we've been playing on offense, this game is going to be pretty tough.
Absolutely. And you can just see the facial expressions from Cooper Roush down there. He is extremely frustrated, and he has a right to be. Going from up 6 in the first quarter to down 11 with just nothing working. As the Blue Raiders.
And they're going to get a lane violation, probably on number 4, it looks like.
Yep.
He's showing
frustration going back to the bench. He's going to get talking to from the head coach. As we have, who checked in favor of him? Carson, I didn't see.
It looks like
15. That's Cole Whitaker. And the Cougars they get the ball back down 11 here. What can they make happen? We'll find out here.
Who's got the better hair, Gavin or 15 for Anamosa?
Oh boy, that is one of the greatest questions I've had tonight so far, Carson. I'm going to have to go with Gavin Monadnock with the beautiful mullet action going on here. I am impressed. That might be the best thing going for the Cougars so far tonight is that hair. And speaking of Gavin, nearly knocked it down. And he loses it out of bounds off his foot.
Where are they going to go with this?
They're going to go with off Anamosa. We're going to keep possession. Gavin Monadnock's got to keep firing. He's got 2 3-pointers that looks like they're going to be good. And that can knock down to 8-point game. So if you're Gavin Monadnock, just keep firing. They're going to start falling. He's a confident shooter, and he's getting good looks. And a good feed that got picked off.
They almost had a quadruple team there at McDermott down low.
Yeah, I thought he had him early on, but like you said, Carson, he got tripled or quadrupled really fast. It's a great defense by the Raiders here. As Jess has it in left wing, back out top. Jess was open if they would have skipped past it to him. Over to the right wing.
Got him.
Yep, skip over to Wilt. And Jess hasn't seen the ball once this possession after knocking down a 3 several possessions ago.
They're all potent on offense Anamosa's had this year. They've really done a good job of slowing this down and getting good buckets against Cascade's defense.
That's right. They've just been working the defense, knowing Cascade's down 11 and really milking time off the clock. And I wouldn't be shocked with 57 seconds left if they hold it here for the final shot.
And unless they
turn it over, which they nearly did. As Wilt handled it up top, that's not where he should be handling it. But he's confident out there. Over on the right side to Cole Whitaker. Back up top to Caleb Otting.
Really the keys to the fourth quarter here is Cascade. They're going to have their best quarter of the season.
Offensively, because they're going to be going down at least 11 points in that fourth quarter. And this Cougar defense has to be absolutely gassed.
24 24-13. We got a football game here in the third quarter.
No kidding. You know, the Cougars have played a lot of football game type scores all year. That's the type of basketball they play, with fantastic defense and, you know, not a lot of offense. It reminds me of the Virginia Cavaliers when they won the national championship 2 years ago, Carson, holding teams to 40 points every. Besides for not quite a good offense. But that's the type of basketball they play. I just don't know for that championship level yet. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we'll be right back here at the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome you back inside Cascade High School for the final quarter of basketball action tonight with Blue Raiders leading the Cougars 24-13. And Carson, I'm asking yet again, what do the Raiders do to close out this game?
Really, just keep playing good defense, honestly.
That's all it's going to take.
When you've only allowed 2 points in about 20 minutes, much better you can do.
It's very feasible that the Raiders can end up winning this game without scoring a single point in the fourth quarter.
Looks like Sam Welt's filling up the stat sheet here. He's got about 7 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block.
And just a tremendous all-around game from Sam Welt, getting it done in every possible category.
More like a Draymond Green type of game.
That's exactly what he reminds me of. The triple single. More like a quadruple single tonight.
Yeah.
For Will. Speaking of Will, he's out there on the perimeter guarding Cole McDermott, giving no ground. And this is great defense by the Raiders, making the Cougars take precious time off this clock. And Cass Huffman's going to go get a tough shot inside, but a great offensive rebound. He's fighting hard, can't get it to go, and we're going to be headed the other way with 7:25 left in the ball game.
Cascade really just needs 6 points.
Absolutely.
That's a good
Well, that's a start. Let's see if they can make something happen. Cooper Roush has got to go in transition here, but instead he decides to slow it out, back it out, and find Cole McDermott in for a good look inside with the left hand.
It's just really surprising for how good we played on defense. Only scored 7 points, but he's had a pretty good ball.
Looking to get up to 9 points and extend the Blue Raider
First
lead
free throw,
to 12 if he can make the second free throw.
A blessing for the Cougars if he missed that first free throw.
And are we seeing this right, Carson? Looks like Mackler's going to be staying in the game with 4 fouls. It looks like Coach McMullen's going to trust him. They have to have Mackler in there. He's a good player. They can't afford it.
Second free throw, good, sorry.
Yep, you're fine. As the lead balloons up to 25-13 with 6:56 to go in the ball game.
Anamosa's leading scorer only has 2 less points than we have as a team so far, and he only has 2.
Cascade's nearly getting outscored by a single player.
I need a timeout.
And what did they call it? 5 seconds or a timeout?
It looks like a timeout, but it was after the inbound, which is not what McMullen wanted.
No, that's got to be frustrating for Coach McMullen there. He's going to get into his team a little bit here.
Anamosa has not even called a timeout yet in this game, it looks like. Cascade's used 3.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here during the timeout. But yeah, you can see a fiery Coach McMullen in the huddle here, trying to instill some confidence back into his players.
Almost like we got 2 teams. Looks like more of a guard and a big man.
Yeah, you're right about that, Carson. And if you're McMullen, what are you possibly saying to your team right now? What else can you say?
I don't know, really. People take confidence shots on the perimeter. He really hasn't been working down low so far. Anamosa's got that double team going. And really just made the whole offense.
Yeah, I don't know. It was looking so promising early on, but credit to Anamosa really shutting him down as Justin Owens getting trapped here. Good find to Cooper Roush. Here's some transition. Eli Green has a chance here, and he can't finish. Story of the game, Carson. Easy layups, can't go down.
Yikes.
And, those are just, and right back to the leg. That might be a dagger right now as, one side's knocking down open shots, and the other side's not. And that's been a common theme throughout the season. Cascade is now in grave danger of falling to 4-8 this season. It's looking promising for Anamosa to prove to 7-5 as Eli Green finally knocks down a bucket.
One thing that I've seen through some of the stats this year is
that's
like a block.
Is that a block? Yes, it is.
Yeah, one thing I've seen is Anamosa's allowed a lot of points, which maybe would show a faulty defense, but on a night like tonight, I don't think their defense has been too faulty at all.
Absolutely not. Just stymieing the Cougar offense, having absolutely no chance of scoring any buckets besides that last possession. And another foul on Roush. I don't know about that one, Carson.
About 2 fouls there.
He had his hands in the air.
About a 4-second stretch.
It looked like maybe the Raider player threw his shoulder there, but nonetheless, Cooper Welsh is going to pick up. That's going to be number 2 on Cooper, so he's fine. He can afford a couple more fouls yet. We're only having 2 fouls in the fourth quarter here. We're just fine.
Yeah, we had quite a ball game going here. And shot is a little short, it looks like. A lot of contact.
No, they say it was all ball. As the group said, with 6 minutes left, they're going to have to average back 2 points a minute here if they want to send this thing into overtime. If you put it that way, it's doable with Cooper Roush slapping up a 3. In and out, no good.
If you could bet on these high school games, I'd always bet the under in a Cascade.
Always bet the under in a Cascade Cougar basketball game. Tonight's just been hard to watch. It's just a very sluggish style of play here.
In the first quarter, you could argue is the best quarter we've played all year as a team.
Absolutely.
And after that, it's probably been about the 3 worst quarters.
Yep, this is just looked over. They scored how many? 11 points in the first quarter, Carson?
Yeah, and then
half.
Yeah.
Just been a frustrating game for Coach McClellan and the Cougar team. So I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this offense, what they can possibly do to get back in it here. As Anamosa is just going to continue to work the clock and take precious seconds away from this game.
Very good look, though, for Anamosa.
And Cascade and passes over to Justin Rolling, and a dangerous pass. Rolling's wide open in the corner. He's going to drive baseline and get a good look at a floater.
Very good
knocks
floater.
it down. Down to a 10-point game. You never know here, Carson.
Here. Let's get a bucket after that.
As Humble drives right past Roush.
There we go.
And here comes the turnover. Cougars got a run here. 5 minutes to go in the ball game, down 10. They could get something going here as Cadman splits a triple team. And
he had about 4 open guys there.
I don't know about that shot there, Carson. We could have had perhaps an open 3 to cut it to 7. As another frustrating possession.
Your freshman in varsity is not the easiest situation ever.
No, it's not. And no
foul.
A good block.
It was really tight in the first half, and it really loosened up on that.
Absolutely. As we only have 5 fouls, so the whole second half here.
4 on the Cougars, which is probably a season low for the second half.
Absolutely. They're doing a really good job not fouling, but the Raiders are doing an even better job. And a lob up top, and Cooper Roush tips it. Can't come away with it.
I kind of missed that one. That's on me.
You're okay, Carson. It happens. But basically, it was a high arcing inbound pass that nearly got stolen away by Cooper Roush.
Assuming Morris isn't much of a shooter there. He had a very open look.
Absolutely. He turns that down, probably wisely in his case, to wind more precious seconds off this clock. And we have a timeout. Coach Barnes here, I believe. I guess it had to be. You're not allowed to call a timeout on defense. And we will see you right back here at the end of the timeout.
And we're back here in the fourth quarter.
It's been really a struggle for the Cougars offense, but they find themselves only down 10, so, anything can happen here, Carson.
Something that kind of jumps off for Anamosa's defense is Humble has 3 steals, which is a pretty solid game on the defensive side of the ball.
Absolutely, that's a great game getting 3 steals. Warren made buckets than Humble alone has steals in this game. So great job by Graham Humble there with a charge. The Anamosa fans aren't happy with it, but nonetheless it's going the other way, and the Cougars have a real chance here.
Looks like in the turnover battle, Cascade has 8 and Anamosa has 6. That's a rough estimate, but that's not that many turnovers for a low scoring.
It's been a relatively low turnover kind of ball game considering how low scoring it is, and you can see it in Cascade's eyes. They know they have a chance here if they can make something happen.
They gotta get a bucket though.
Absolutely.
I say that 100 times a game, but it's true every time I say it.
Yep. And Justin Rolling with a good drive. He's going to drive in and can't get it to fall, and that one hurts. There's a real chance there for Justin Rolling to get a bucket. And this is Carson. This is where Cooper Roush has to get really involved. And wrong layup goes down for Andrew Morris, extending the lead to 12 minutes. Get past. And we're going to have a wide open look on the wing for Jess. And a strong, that's going to stay on the ground. And that's going to be just as detrimental No, they're not going to call it a foul. They're going to call it a shooting foul, surprisingly.
He pointed it on the floor.
Yeah, the ref pointed on the ground, but nonetheless, nope, they're going to change it back, and they're going to inbound it, as Andrew Morris saw he was going to the line for 2 free throws, but they're going to back it away. And that might be just as bad for the Cougars, Carson. So now they can wind some more time off the clock. Or elect to lay it up and in, and that should be all she wrote to them.
And the post might be getting fired up there.
And another turnover. And I believe that's going to be all she wrote there. 14-point game with 3:28 to play. That is pretty much an insurmountable lead for this Cougar offense, as the Cougars are going to most certainly drop to 4-8 this season and 3-7 in River Valley play. And Anamosa Blue Raiders are going to stay right in the middle of the pack here and advance up to 7-5 in the season and a conference play with.
I think it'd be 7-3. They played last night. Our stat thing didn't get it yet. That's the Northeast.
Excuse me. Well, with only one loss in conference play, they're right at the top. Another foul on Eli Green, as things are unraveling now for the Cougars, similar to what happened last night against the
Cougar boys will be back in action tomorrow at Mid-Prairie. And the next home game is Tuesday against Comanche. Girls at 6 and boys at 7:30.
That girls' game should be a wildly entertaining game, Carson. Two elite basketball teams dueling back and forth. As we have, who is this shooting free throws here, Carson? I can't see. I believe that's Andrew Morris tying his shoe before he goes to the line. And the first free throw is on its way and up and in, extending the Raider lead to 32-17, making it a 15-point ball game here. No, we're kind of speechless up here. It's been really a hard game to watch for the Cougars. You know, it's.
I mean, anything we could say, we've already said it before.
There's really not much else to say. You know, 17 points late in the fourth quarter. This is.
6 points since the first quarter.
That's just astonishing. It's just one of the hardest games I've watched as a Cougar basketball fan in a long time. As you know, that's just garbage time points up for Justin Rowling, as he has just a frustration foul.
Yep,
that's going to send Sam Wilt to the line for a 1-and-1. Absolutely. Cascade will be fired up for the game. Let's see how they can perform, though. I believe Comanche has some players out. You know, one of their best players got injured last time Cascade went down there and played. He's back. That'll be good for Comanche and make it even tough for the Cougars. They're going to be wanting revenge on that, absolutely.
And a
lane violation. No. Yeah. A lane violation on the Raiders, excuse me.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, start on the Raiders. And this relentless pressure, well, I guess they backed off a little bit that possession, as Justin Rowling races into the front court in favor of. That was Caleb Otting on the shot, and Cass Huffman, and a great block by Eli Green. And Morris comes right back. That doesn't phase him and gets an easy layup. As Justin Rowling races to the front court. No good get again. And
this game kind of flipped on its backside after the first quarter.
Yes, it did. And we have another foul. I believe that's on Cass Huffman.
I thought we were going to get a high-scoring game here at about 4 minutes in.
I did too.
That ain't what happened.
With the way Anamosa plays, they play fast-paced, high-scoring games all year. As we see the bench crew checking in for the Cougars, it's going to be Gavin Monarch, Luke Rickerberg, Brody Subel, Keegan Lamies for the first time this game, and as well as Mason Otting for the first time. Keegan Lamies seeing his first varsity minutes in a couple games. Good to see him checking in. He may have played Tuesday. I can't remember. Did he? Okay. No, Keegan Lamies is another guy who has shown potential in practice, but he fails. You can see he's frustrated. He feels bad. His first minutes in the game, and he lets up a...
We got Team Mullet in here.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Cascade might have the best hair in the conference. As Keegan Lamies is frustrated.
That play right there just describes Cascade's game here today.
Absolutely.
Amos is going to call a timeout just for substitution.
And they're going to get Robertson. Point. Whitaker and who am I missing here? Jess in the game. And going back to Keegan Lamies, he's an outstanding basketball player. He's kind of the leader of the JV team, scoring a tremendous amount of points a game. Off the bench. Yeah, he'll be a hell of a player next year for the Cougars. It's just going to take him time. As a good
He's the only player in the program this year to get an NBA dunk, by the way, too.
Absolutely. And that was quite the show. We were fortunate enough to be there to witness that dunk live, and that was really something. As the Blue Raider lead grows to 19 points. They have, and there's just not much to say here, Carson. It's been a hard thing to watch.
Get over 20 though, I guess. Look for little wins.
Absolutely. And if Gavin Minor got something to say about it, we will. Bang! And where was that earlier in the game?
Through about 2 games of Gavin playing, he might have the most threes in about a month and a half.
Absolutely. Gavin Minor may be the best shooter we have on our roster here in Cascade. And good hands by Luke Rugerberg. It's going to stay right here. And let's see if the Blue Raiders elect to dribble out the clock if Cascade lets them. I have a feeling Cascade won't, though. These subs want a chance to make something happen. And that's Robertson with a strong layup in the paint, increasing the lead back up to 18.
40-22 here with 37 seconds to go in the fourth.
As they get to Brody Supel over to Luke Rugerberg in the far right corner.
He'll be in for wherever the score changes at the end.
Absolutely.
If it even does.
Mason Notting wants to change it. Knock to the iron, and we're running the other way with Robertson. And a strong layup.
And a foul with 17.2 seconds to go.
It's going to send Eli Lerman to the line to shoot 2 and extend this lead to 20. If he knocks them both down. 17.2 to go in the fourth quarter.
Cascade might just get a shot up here just for some experience.
Just to get some of the reserves into the scoring book. As Cass Huffman dribbles it up the court. In favor of Brody Supel, who's going to lob up a 3. It'd be great to see him knock it down, and he does!
Right through.
Giving the Cougars 25 points, and that should be about it for the ball game with 7 seconds remaining.
That might be the biggest positive of the game here for Cascade.
Absolutely. Good to see Brody Supel.
And they're going to hold it out, and 52-25 is your final.
Tuesday night when number 5 comes